Hello and welcome to Tech24. I'm Annelise Borges. Coming up, Kim.com is back. The founder of Mega Upload has a new project on the way. We'll introduce you to Megabox and discuss whether it will change the music industry forever. And at what point does a phone become a tablet? The Galaxy Note 2 has a 5.5-inch screen and a bunch of new features that make us wonder. We'll test it for you on Test24. But first, you may not have heard of Kim Schmitz, but we all know Kim.com. The hacker turned multimillionaire is the founder of Mega Upload, a website that managed to attract 50 million visitors a day, 4% of all internet traffic. How? Well, Mega Upload was an online platform for storing, sharing, and downloading files. But as copyrighted material comprised a large part of the files being exchanged, the U.S. Justice Department shut it down. And Kim.com was arrested and charged with money laundering, internet piracy, and copyright infringement. Now, just 9 months later, he's back announcing that a new project is almost ready and will revolutionize the music industry. Megabox promises artists full control over their work and a healthy revenue stream. Tom Burgess-Watson is with me in the studio. Tom, Kim.com had previously announced that he planned to resurrect Mega Upload and bring Megabox to life. What can we expect now?
Well, I think we can expect some surprises. This is all shrouded in mystery. We've seen the teaser on YouTube. They're saying that the site is 90% ready. So we don't know exactly what it looks like and what it's going to offer entirely, but we're certainly getting a sense that it's something new and exciting that could be doing a lot of what Mega Upload did with a whole bunch of new features as well.
Unchaining artists and fans is the motto behind Megabox. Tell us more about the project.
Well, the idea is that, he wants to present himself as the friend to the music industry, not their enemy, the solution to music piracy and not the cause. Now, his idea is that more money should go directly to the artists themselves, bypassing what he calls the dinosaur record labels. And so he wants to present himself as their friend. He's got artists signed up exclusively with Megabox. So it remains to be seen exactly what's going to be offered, but what's sure is there going to be some artists that you can't find anywhere else that you'll only find on Megabox.
What about the business model? I know a mix of subscription and crowdsourcing will finance this. But how will it work exactly?
Well, and advertising, Annalise, because advertising is going to provide a huge chunk of revenue. There'll be a plug-in that goes with Megabox, we understand, that will actually take you to adverts on other sites. So when you're visiting a site that's unrelated to Megabox, you will be given adverts that are fed through this plug-in. So that's one way they're going to generate extra revenue, which we haven't seen up until now. But otherwise, it's going to be a lot like a Groove Shark or a Deezer or a Bandcamp, where you are actually, you're getting advertising unless you pay for a subscription, or you can buy the music. So that's where the money comes from. So it's a smart model. We've seen it before, but it comes with this neat little plug-in aspect to it as well.
And do you think that Kim.com will really be able to get away with this? I mean, he's accused of copyright theft, money laundering, racketeering, fraud, and faces a jail sentence of up to 20 years if convicted in the US. Mm-hmm. Is he going to manage to get away with this now?
Well, he's got away with a lot of things up until now. He's a smart businessman, and he's also had an apology recently from the New Zealand Prime Minister, who said, they shouldn't have used the intelligence services to monitor him, because he's, after all, a New Zealand citizen amongst lots of other nationalities. He's got quite a collection of passports. He's got a little bit of a collection there. I think he's making sure that this time it's legally bulletproof. He's absolutely watertight. That's what he wants to see. And let's see whether, let's see exactly what he's proposing before we can start saying whether or not he's going to get away with it this time. But sure, as you said, quite a shopping list of charges that he faces. He considers himself to be a little bit of the Julian Assange of the music industry. He's, saying that this is a big campaign against him. The US trying to extradite him because it's the big, powerful record labels that are trying to, get even with him.
He even said that Hollywood is behind all this. Well, thank you very much. We'll see. The deadline is December, right? Until the end of the year, this should be out.
Until the end of the year, that's what he said.
We're going to watch it closely. Thank you very much, Tom. And don't go away. Test24 is next. The Samsung Galaxy Note 2 is a big phone, literally. It's got a massive 5.5-inch high-definition AMOLED screen, putting it somewhere between the average phone and a small tablet like the Google Nexus 7. It is also the most powerful smartphone Samsung has made to date. Samsung Galaxy Note 2 hits the shelves in Europe this week, and Tom Burgess-Watson has got one on hand. Tom, how does it feel?
Well, as you said, it's kind of the middle ground between a tablet and a smartphone. Slightly bigger than its predecessor in screen size terms, but not in size, literally, because it's a little bit thinner, a little bit lighter than the Note 1. Now, you take this cool pen out of the holder here, and that actually wakes up the phone, it alerts it, and you can hold it above an application, hovers above it using this neat technology where you'll actually show you a little preview of the thing you're trying to open, and it just gives you a little taster of what you might be trying to open up. Now, I find it very user-friendly, very nice to look at, nice bright resolution. And the thing they're really excited about is the battery life. And what's different from, say, an iPhone is you can take the cover off, you can have an extra battery up your sleeve, you can put memory cards in. So that's something that, you know, if you're bored of your iPhone, you don't think the IO6 was interesting enough technology upgrade, then this could provide you with quite a cool alternative.
It's a good change. Well, the Note 2 gets its name from its feature of taking notes like this. So this special pen allows you to write notes pretty much everywhere. It's really bringing the personal touch back to with handwritten notes back to the personal devices, right?
Definitely got a very sort of paper pen feel to it. And unlike earlier ones, you know, you really feel like the stylus is on your side. You know, it works much more effectively. And it's actually pretty quick as well. When you open an application up, you know, you've got this Android 4.1 Jelly Bean software. It's quick, and it's a great piece of kit actually.
So how much for all these features? What will all this cost us?
We're talking around 650 euros here in Europe. It's hitting the shops right now, so it's out there at the moment. And I think, you know, they've managed to sell around 10 million of its predecessor, which, okay, when you look at it in comparison with an iPhone 5, which sold 5 million in just one weekend, that's not huge. But, you know, little by little, it's going to take a bite out of the Apple, I think, in the months ahead, because, you know, people are feeling that Apple has perhaps not come out with anything particularly revolutionary in that new iPhone. And here's something that's really unlike anything I've used before.
Great. Thank you very much, Tom Burgess-Watson, and thank you for watching this edition of Tech24. Don't forget you can give us your feedback on the show via Facebook or on Twitter at TechF24. And finally, Google Maps goes diving. You can now use Google Maps to swim with clownfish or follow a turtle. Thanks to a partnership with the Catlin Seaview Survey, Google Maps now displays street view-like images of the Great Barrier Reef and popular spots around Hawaii and the Philippines. Clear your calendar, forward all your emails. It's time for an undersea adventure. Just make sure you come back in time for next edition of Tech24. I'll see you next week.